Hey guys, this is Decelation, and today I kind of want to talk about one of the commenters brought this up, and I realized I didn't even do this, but I've never really talked to you guys about what my plans were for the hot rod truck build, like what I'm trying to use it for, and kind of like what color scheme and anything. I haven't really told you guys what the plan was. I just started building it, and you guys been tuning in. So I feel like today will be me just kind of going through overall what the plan is. So first things first, we're gonna talk color scheme. So I'm a big fan of the Nardo gray. Like you see a lot in the higher end like Ferraris and stuff like that, and I think that would look really good on this. So actually this is a good example. So seeing like the Nardo gray, and also for the body panels, I'm not doing fenders whatsoever. I'm not going to be doing the side engine covers, but I am going to do the top engine cover. I think that and like a Nardo gray would look phenomenal. For the wheel color choice, I'm actually doing a bronze. Something similar to this. If you notice a theme with some of my cars, I love bronze wheels. It's just an addiction I have, and I think that's going to look really sick with Nardo gray. A little sneak peek for the fans. The Raptor's getting bronze wheels as well. But yeah, so that's just kind of the first step. So that's the color scheme and the wheels. Next, we're going to talk engine choice. So under this plastic bag to keep it nice and covered, I am going, this is a LQ4. It's out of a 2004 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Well, I don't know if it's the HD. I think it's just a regular 2500. I think the HDs were diesels, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I stripped this down. You can check some of the videos out. This was stripped down to the short block by me. And I took the short block to a machine shop, Tyson Machine here in Sterling, Virginia. Phenomenal work. So what he did was pulled apart and inspected it and talked with him kind of like what I was planning on doing with it. And we decided we bored it 30 over. So these are 4.030 inch bores. So normally they're a 4-inch bore. And we went with forged pistons and rods, H-beam rods, and I believe they're Eagle. Yeah, Eagle H-beam rods and DSS forged pistons. And after that, he cleaned it up and everything. And what else? Stock crank, but replace all the bearings, everything. I have a ton of parts. I finally got the last part that I need. Coming soon, we'll be assembling this engine. So that is coming, hopefully within the next week. That video will be coming out of me assembling this engine. Yeah. On my shelves over there, you can see there's a ton of parts. Lots of goodies. So I definitely went for my kind of horsepower goal for this truck is right around, I would say, 550 crank horsepower. I think that's a pretty respectable amount of horsepower for this. If you OG to the channel, you guys know I used to have a 2015 Hennessy Corvette pushing 708 horsepower at the crank. Phenomenal car, and I love having a super high powered street ripper that I like to play around with. So that's kind of like what my idea with what this truck is going to be, is just like a really fun street ripper that not many people can fuck with on the street. So that's just kind of where I'm going with it. How I'm going to accomplish that with this engine is I've got the Texas Speed Cletus McFarlane Bald Eagle NA cam. I've had them port my 317 heads that came on this engine. Stage 2 porting, oversized exhaust and intake valves. Titanium, got dual valve springs with titanium retainers. What else? Chromalloy hardened push rods, trunnion upgraded rockers, LS7 style lifters. What else did I get? Upgraded high pressure and high volume oil pump. I went with a shallower, the Holly style oil pan because of how low this car is, and this came out of a truck, so like the oil pan was just massive. What else did I do? And for engine management and intake, fuel, and injectors and everything, I went with Phytech. I did a lot of research. There's every route you can go. Everyone has their own opinion on literally everything. I did a little research. Phytech, they have good reviews, they have bad reviews, but I'm definitely willing to give them a whirl. I was very impressed with like how comprehensive the kit was, which works together with everything. It comes with the intake manifold, the throttle body, the fuel rails, the fuel injectors, the fuel pump, fuel line, fuel filters, the engine wiring harness, and the ECU, and it auto tunes, and it has trans control, which is important because I decided to go with the space considerations in this hot rod truck. There's not a lot of space to fit some of your typical stronger transmissions. Pretty much a TKO, a T5 in the manual realm, and that doesn't leave you a lot of upward power of what I'm trying to push. Is a TKO and a TKO can pretty much handle, a TKO 600 can handle what I'm looking for, but if I feel the need that I want more and more power, that's when you start getting to the upper limits of that, and I don't want to have to worry about pulling that out again. And so I decided to go with automatic for 2 reasons: because of the size considerations, and 2, the footwell box in these trucks aren't exactly large, and you wouldn't really have a place to like rest your foot as well as having the clutch and everything without it being a little awkward. So understanding the size considerations and everything, and kind of what I'm doing with the truck, I think that going automatic was the route. So I went with Performa Built. They had 4L60E transmission, stage 2. It's rated to about 725 horsepower, about 700 foot-pounds of torque. Really, torque is what breaks your transmissions. But even talking with them, it's rated to about 700 foot-pounds of torque in a 4,000-pound vehicle. Because of how light this truck is, it's probably will handle even more because it's not as much load on the transmission. So that's kind of one of the things that I chose. Decisions I made. It's probably not very popular, but that's just kind of me and what I think the way I'm going to build the truck and what's going to be most worthwhile for me. So we also talked about the color scheme of the outside of the truck. So we're doing Nardo gray with bronze wheels. All of the raw metals that come in, you kind of saw with the steering system, and that's kind of a preface to it. All of the raw metals are going to be painted black with Steelit. So, sorry, excuse for the darkness. I'm disappearing into the night. Give me a second. I managed to find this stuff. I believe I found it on the Hoonigan channel when they built their little merch truck. Yeah, when I was building the merch truck, they did this in the frame. So Steelit, this stuff is amazing. So it has some stainless steel flakes in it, so you can just use it however you want, and to prevent from like rust corrosion. It's very adhesive to like raw metals. If you saw when I did the rear end, I had to powder coat it because I really had to get that. I mean, not powder coat. I had to sandblast it because I had to get it nice and clean. But yeah, this is the Steelite coating. It's very strong, very durable, prevents rust, and you can weld on top of it. So that's phenomenal. Because I have stainless steel flakes in it, it's kind of like a weld through primer, except for it's a top coat, which is phenomenal. You can just weld straight on top of it. That had me very interested, and when I was thinking about this build, pretty much anything I coat in it, I can weld right on top of it. Although I am a shitty welder, very, very shitty welder, but the option is there. But that was just something that really, really struck out to me. And one of their main applications that they try to use it on is Baja 1000 trucks. Now, if this is something that can go on a Baja 1000 truck, and that's what they sprayed the chassis with to prevent corrosion on the chassis. Anything I'm doing with this truck will be a quarter of what a Baja 1000 truck on the worst day. So I think it'll be good. And yeah, so that's just kind of what my plans are, what I'm going with for this build, and kind of like the color scheme that I'm looking for. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate everyone going through and watching my videos. If you like this video, if you want me to do more kind of like long format, like just a discussion with you guys on what my thought process is and what I'm doing with the builds, please comment in the description below and let me comment down below and let me know. And I'll definitely take some time and make certain videos like this. I kind of like talking to you guys, even though it's just through a camera lens. But yeah, other than that, comment down below, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, hit that notification bell because they made it weird, and see you guys later. Peace.